Aloha mai kako and e komo mai to Between You and Me. I'm Stardall Thurston, your host, and today I am e komo maiing somebody who is very incredible, iconic. She's the epitome of creative performer. She enters a room and it just sparks with light. She's a firecracker, and you're also staying at arm's length because you are afraid she's going to explode with joy and happiness. She's an actress. She is a singer because I'm a singer.
Hey.
No, and she's an amazing heart. And I've had the pleasure of getting to know her over the last maybe 6 or 8 months. And it's just a joy. And I'm so excited to have her on. Kaena Watson.
Aloha! Look at our outfits. Look at our outfits. Boom.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Give us the OTD.
Okay. This is my friend Kahiel's. Thank you for letting me use it. It's been in my closet for a couple weeks now. This is thrifted, and then I have these gold heels from my friend Kiki because Kiki girl, come to our fashion show.
Boom.
And then my jewels are everything. My mom, my friends. Ocean Creations, Lala girls. Opihi Onalani, thrifted, everything.
I love watching your TikToks of your outfit of the day. And now you've started dancing on your TikToks.
Oh yeah, I'm showing the girls. I'm not gatekeeping myself anymore.
No, yeah, you're not. I'm like, wait, she's out. She's out and about. We were at the Mana Up event and we're having a good time. I see you, you're slaying. And then I go home and your TikTok in the parking lot. You're like, you guys, I have to go. I have to go. And she had to go to the parking lot to film her dance video.
I did. Simply, I learned it that day and I was like, I have to do it because I'm cute now. Because I don't like to do it when I'm not cute. Because I do, and then it obviously doesn't do as well. But like, who cares?
Yeah.
But I'm like, Kibi, I'm cute right now. I have to take the opportunity.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And ate it up.
And you ate that up. I was like,
excuse
me, dancer.
Hi.
And now you're rocking all of the moves.
Yes. I'm at school right now at UH, and I'm in a intermediate hip hop class, and it's really fueling my artist.
Wait, can I come?
Of course. I'm like, we have our performance on December 6th, but I can't go because it's my mom's birthday.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in Vegas.
Can you tell her to move it?
Duh. Yeah. The next day.
Yeah.
It's actually, everyone look at Star's outfit. Tell me what it's giving. Tina Turner, the bus, the everything. Get it. Live it. Hey.
Okay, actually, I chose this when I was thinking of you, what I was going to wear to do this interview.
Actually.
You always have the most amazing thrifting finds.
Thank you.
I thrifted this little dress number, the
of
top,
course.
from Savers for like $5.
$5?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually great.
I thrifted this bus t-shirt, which I cropped. And then this is like the extra, and I made her into a choker. This was supposed to belong here. And so, yeah, I like
innovation. Innovation that excites.
Wow, that's a slogan for something.
It is.
What is it?
I don't know, but I love it. I always say it.
Yeah, like food, family, friends.
Family. What is it? Johnson.
Oh.
A family company.
Oh, yeah.
No longer. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's dive in.
Okay.
How does it feel to be on the first primetime television national show about Hawaii made for Hawaiians by Hawaiians?
That's crazy. It's amazing. I feel so grateful and so blessed. But I also just so I took a gap year. So I went to school for acting at Pace University in New York. And then I took a gap year because I had to center myself, come back to who I am. Yeah. And then I auditioned and my mom was like, okay, so this is yours. And I was like, this is why you stayed home. And I was like, yep. But I'm getting giddy talking about it because it's actually crazy because it didn't hit me honestly until now. Now that it's airing and it's becoming something. Yeah. Even when I was on set, I was so grateful to be there. I love being on set. I want to be there all the time. But I don't think it really clicked in me how big this actually is. How big of an opportunity this is for me and just for everybody that looks like me, everybody here in Hawaii, everybody just anywhere. You know what I mean? To see Hawaii as it is and as it should be perceived and shown. But yeah, I like to talk about this specifically because it's not something that most performers maybe think about when you're in this industry. It's oh, this industry's so hard. Oh, it's so difficult, da-da-da. But hearing something or hearing a perspective of, I knew that this was mine, it's this is supposed to be easy. Not having that mentality. I forget who talked about this, but that's the mentality you have to have. Simple.
Yeah.
And
it's easy when it's for you.
It's easy when it's for you. If it's for me, what is it? If it's for me, it will be.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And here, I'm going to tell you what I love about you,
Period.
which is so many things.
I love
the
that.
list is impossibly long
Thank
to
you.
list all right now. But from the second I met you, you are so simply and easily positive. You know, like you go into everything and you're like, great, I'm here for it. You create this an amazing environment in your mind and your heart. And I feel like when people start doing stuff in their career, specifically in film, it's almost like the hardening of their heart and the negative attitude speaks to their experience, right? Like it's almost like a badge of honor to be exhausted and worn down by the industry. So I've learned to like clock that, oh, you've been working a while because you're so negative and torn down and just like eaten up, which a lot of people are just a natural result of the work that it takes, you know, 14 hours for months on end, constant. Everybody talks to you like it's the end of the world, like millions of dollars at stake constantly.
Yeah.
So I get it. But when we met, I didn't know that you were on rescue. You know, I just was like, oh, here's another
Cute girl.
fun, bubbly girl
Yay.
who's excited to work, like the rest of these kids in this class. Kids, like we're all the same age.
Right.
But no, and then I found out that you had like a huge role on this show that's like the only show in Hawaii now.
Yeah.
And I'm so much more impressed with you at that point because I was like, not everybody can do it and stay positive and stay stoked.
Thank you so much for saying that.
So you do a lot of, were you always just like this? Like, or do you put a lot of intentional time to curating a environment of positivity?
Yes. Like what you were saying about how when you go into something of like that negative experience or having that, it's hardening you, honestly. Like that's how I was in New York, I think, because, excuse me, I knew that this is what I wanted to do, but I wasn't confident enough yet in who I was and like what I had to offer. Because in acting, like and anything, it's like you have to know that what you bring is enough and like what you are is perfect. And then if somebody doesn't want it, somebody doesn't want it. That's not an effect on you. It's not a reflection of who you are. And so learning that and then I'm actively creating like space and environments like for myself because it's so easy to think that you're not good enough. Like comparison is the thief of joy. Hi. Yeah. I heard that again I said that again last night or heard it from one of my best friends. And I think in New York especially, I was like so hypercritical of everybody, but only because I was so hypercritical of myself. And so like my work, you talk about like creating that space, is just allowing myself to be. Like I've done work, you know what I mean? Like I've had to do some like diving in and like digging into why my programs are the way they are and like what I'm showing, how I'm showing up in a space because I am just like that, honestly. Like it's not work for me sometimes. And my parents, though, love them to death, amazing. My dad worries about me sometimes in that way because he's like, I don't want you to overdo it. You know what I mean? And feel like you have to be a certain way.
Yeah,
I definitely have felt that. Yeah, like put on a mask.
Right.
One time my mom told me, she was like, you don't have to act in real life. And I was like,
yeah.
So yeah, I would say it's a practice, and my mom, I'm just like spiritual girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm just in the world. My whole like life purpose, one is to like give aloha and be aloha. My name is Kaena Aloha. Talking about names today. It was beautiful, and just like I'll tell you in a second. But really is what I've always said, what I want to do, what I want to be able to do is go to bed like Pele and then travel in my dreams. Like travel and like be everywhere and physically do things and like experience worlds. So
yeah,
that's what I do.
And I think you can open the world for yourself that way too.
1000%.
Like so much of it, people think like God gave you this, but you also have to be in a position of receiving. And that is really hard because we live in a world that just kind of is preying on the downfall of people who are joyful. That's spiritual battle.
That's, yeah. And then allowing yourself to let it in. I've been thinking about this literally this morning is like, I have what I want to have or whatever, but then allowing it. Because, for example, my family is so supportive. I have like the best family, like truly. And immediate and extended. Like my mom's cousins, like they just grew up so close and pilina, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Community, aloha. And so they pour so much into us. My siblings, for example, like we have so much love coming our way. And I think I was so closed off from that because I was scared to like receive that one and then to like be seen. And so now I was thinking about like this morning and yesterday because I have like this fashion show coming up, this show that I'm in, I just got cast. That people want to be there for you. So you have to allow it in though. Like you have to like actually let it in. Because you can have people telling you that they love you, but if you just don't believe it, then...
And I think being local, it's really hard for us to receive. I don't know. It's like a filial piety, like based in Asian culture. Give. You can't receive. You know, it's like selfish to let people love on you.
Yeah.
So I love that you do that.
Yeah. Especially as women too. Like we have to like give it back to ourselves. That's something that is a task or like a job, not a job, but just like something that I actively do is like giving to myself first. Because, and it's not selfish, you know what I mean? Like it's almost, I do believe that it's more selfish if you are, if you're like a pushover, if you're like you're a walkover, like you think something like that, you know what I mean? What is it? People pleaser. It's more selfish, I'm telling you. Because you're thinking that you're giving to somebody, but you're just like taking, honestly, from yourself and the environment that you're in.
I completely agree. I was in church the other day, and I was saying this on a podcast a while ago, that his name was Chad Veach, and he was saying that, you know, parents that don't discipline their kids, they're not loving them. They don't love their kids. They love themselves, and they're afraid of rejection from their kids.
Dude.
And I feel like it's the same thing with how we love each other in community and then intimately as friends. Like not being an accountability place for people and not being authentic to what you really believe and what you think will help community. You're not loving that person. You're loving yourself, and you're only prioritizing your comfort and everybody else's comfort. But if we only chase comfort, what will we really achieve? Where will we be in 10 years? The same place or in a worse one. So I really identify with what you're saying.
No, I love exactly what you're saying.
We were meant to be forever.
No, 1,000%.
1 million.
I met you and I was like, oh my God.
I know.
God. Star. Like I didn't even know your name was Star.
Oh my gosh,
I was just
tell
like,
the people how we met.
Okay, so I'm in a community nonprofit called ICANN. Do I talk to the camera?
You can talk to whoever you want. We have some listeners, we have some viewers.
If you're watching, if you're watching, which you should be watching on YouTube
like,
and
subscribe.
Hi, thank you. Comment your favorite color and why.
Amen.
Thank you. But we met at a nonprofit called ICANN, and such a beautiful community that we're in, that I get to be in. It's like catered toward actors, basically the entertainment business here in Hawaii. Really putting back their love, and like everybody that has worked in the business are coming back and pouring into the Hawaiian community and Hawaii community.
With a mission to really elevate the infrastructure here. So there's acting intensives, directing intensives, writing intensives. We're lobbying to have better tax incentive to bring film here.
Yes.
Just invigorate and elevate the entertainment community here.
That was amazing.
So we met in an acting intensive.
Yes. And I just remember you being there and like taking your little notes, and then you're bringing lunch. And then one time, I think it was like the first time that I was like, ooh, is when you were kind of in charge that day-ish. And you were, I don't know what we were doing, but then you came into the actual like acting exercise.
Like lesson, yeah.
Right. And then you did something. I was like, wait, like you're amazing, because I love people who are just authentically themselves and don't hold themselves back. And I just like, I really admire that about you, because I feel like you're just yourself in all ways. Because one of my things is like, I don't want to hold myself back, right? And I think for everybody, it's like we are holding ourselves back because of like maybe being perceived, social media, the whatever. But then to fully be yourself is just such a gift. Like you were talking about, wanting to be liked as a parent. I think when you are holding yourself back and not holding people accountable, not doing this and that and the other, you're literally like holding yourself back of what you can bring to the world.
Yeah.
I think that's so huge.
Thanks. Oh my gosh.
Duh.
Iconic.
Like, love seeing your posts, love you talking about yourself and your experiences. It makes me just...
Thanks.
You're
Oh my
welcome.
gosh. No, and it's like you said, it's something that just comes naturally. Like if I'm gonna be this.
I'm gonna be it.
And it's people like to revere that. They like to be like, wow, you did that and you're brave and you're this. And like I can look at other people and say like, wow, that's so awesome that you're doing that. But I feel like we're gifted to share.
Yeah.
Like to be able to be vulnerable and bala'au and just be really honest. And that's like my gift. Like that's what I'm supposed to be doing is sharing. And my family would say often, that's an overshare, you know? Because I'm like, I don't want to air everybody's business.
Right.
But I feel like if we have something that could help somebody else that I would have wanted to hear when I was going through something, then I can be that. And that was the whole reason I even justified Miss Hawaii for myself. I went, well, now I've overcome this really hard thing of losing my mom and being her caregiver and cancer. If one person in this entire audience just feels touched by the things that I say, then that's good enough for me. Like, I'm okay. And it was way more than one person. And I feel like that's exactly what you do. Like the space that you live in is really liberated. And I only got to that point, and I'm still growing constantly, but I only achieved that to a degree once I started doing pageantry, because you expose so much and you have to be good. Because the lights shine through the BS. You know?
There's nothing that you can hide. Nowhere to hide.
I feel like it takes one to recognize one. And that's why, like, I know it's the work. There it is. We're like we're like Obi-Waning our hands together right now for the listeners.
Yes.
But I'm just so impressed with you at your age. Because how old are you?
I'm 21. I just turned.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Did it, girl.
Happy birthday to you.
Gee.
Happy birthday, dear Kaena. Aloha. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much.
Happy freaking birthday.
Hiawatha's hire her.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I actually just started singing for Hiawatha. They welcomed me in. Yeah.
Thank you.
Incredible. Okay, New York.
Okay, go ahead.
I went to the East Coast for college.
Did you? Where?
Yeah, DC.
Oh, amazing.
Very different. I wanted to go to New York. That was my dream.
Oh, you would thrive in New York.
And everything happens the way it's supposed to happen.
Of course.
I think I would have gotten actually overwhelmed, or like it wouldn't have been my path. And I got to like intellect in DC instead of like creative explosion.
And now you're here.
And now I'm here creatively exploding. So you wanted to go to acting school?
I wanted to be in New York.
Okay.
I have known forever that I wanted to be a performer, but growing up here, I just didn't really know. I didn't totally know if it was possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and also I'm a smart girl, you know what I'm saying? So I can either go that way of like, I was either going to be a lawyer, I was like interning at this law firm, whatever. But then I just had this need. I just like you were saying, we just need to share because that's what we're made to do. We're made to give and made to share and made to speak life, honestly. And so forever, my mom just told me this recently that she remembers when I said, I think I was like maybe 5, 6, that I was watching a show. I think it was Wicked when they were here.
Oh, no, wait. That was like 10 years ago.
No, yeah.
Wow.
Well, maybe that was the second show that I watched. But I watched the first show, but I remember watching that show here. I was like,
I love it.
And I said, like, this is what I want to do. And so I always knew that I wanted to be in New York, but I was stopping myself kind of from becoming the greatest version. So I applied to Pace University because my sophomore year, I visited there. I went to NYU and then Pace to like tour. And then junior year, we got COVID. So that school, those 2 schools were the only schools that I visited, that I toured. So I was like, okay, I don't know. And then eventually I was like, I gotta go. I gotta do it. So I wasn't in the acting program my first semester.
Oh, okay.
Lore.
Wow. That's so surprising to me.
Because I did an audition. Because I'm telling you, like, I just was like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'm good enough, Which, mind you, I was already, at this point, I had been in an episode of Magnum P.I. That I had booked. And so I had been on set. You know what I mean? Like, I had done it. But I just still had this in my head. It's like what is it? The something
Imposter
belief.
syndrome.
Yeah.
Oh.
Imposter syndrome, and also like my limiting beliefs. My limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
And so then I got there, and when I was like, oh my God, yes. So I was either going to go there or UNLV because I was going to.
Oh my gosh, what a difference.
Yeah. I was going to be, because if I went to UNLV, I would have had that like college experience, and then I would have been on the dance team or something. Like I would have done the dance for the football games. And then one of my best friends like, no, you have to go to New York.
They're like, ew, why are you? No, Nevada is not it.
Actually.
Yeah, no, really.
And so
no hate to those people.
No, yeah, I live in Vegas now, like half.
You know, I've never been to Vegas as an adult.
Oh my God.
I'm going to come visit you.
Done deal. You can stay at my house. Gorge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, back New York.
New York. So my first semester, I took an acting class. And then I was like, I realized, I said, if I never try, I'll never know. Because I can't just be in this loop of, well, yeah, I was going to audition, but I didn't, and da-da-da-da. Okay. Yeah. So I auditioned. I got a callback, and then I went to my callback. It was in person. I finished, and then he said, why do you want to come here? And then I was like, well, I already go here. And then he goes, you'll go here? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay, you're in. So I got an on spot.
Wow.
I auditioned and I got an on spot. And so I was in that acting for film, television, voiceovers, and commercials.
Voiceover is my dream.
Oh, you'd be so good. You could play boy and girl.
Hello.
No,
wait, is that a compliment or is that?
No, it's a great compliment. Like, I'm going to be playing little boys. If you do voiceovers, hire me. Come on. I'd be great.
Amen.
Plus, we can like be minions and stuff like that. That's How does that sound, listeners?
The minion actors are going to be like, that's disgusting. They're like,
is it only 2 girls? I saw a video of like these
idea.
2 girls doing it. Maybe they're just trying, but I was like, that's fire. But anyway, so I was in New York, and it was a grand old time. I didn't really know myself.
Yeah.
But I love being there. Just creative energy.
So what jumped? Because I feel like you really know yourself now.
Thank you.
And that was like 2 years ago when you started that program?
2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what year? Okay, 2024.
Through 4. Oh.
Jeez.
Hi.
So you never finished. Your gap year was your junior year.
My junior year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a college dropout.
No, I'm in college now again.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
at
UH.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm dumb. Sorry.
Beauty school dropout.
There it is.
Dropout.
It's because it's kind of giving like Grease Jacket.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Grease lightning.
Yeah, but gray.
Go.
Sickening.
Yeah, no. I went through a bunch of stuff, you know what I mean? And so I've always been in this work of like self, quote unquote, improvement.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really until I took that gap year, and I was like, okay, time.
Yeah, because there's thresholds. Like I feel like we're all constantly growing.
1000%.
But there are
there's like pinnacles. Like there's like
pinnacles. Yeah.
There's a time where it's like, okay, dive, girl.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be like different times in your life of that, which I love.
Dive or die, literally.
God. Like I literally, it's like my favorite stuff to do. Just to learn about yourself and critically think about why things are happening and what role you play. Also just started therapy. Congratulate me.
Just started. No way. Congratulations.
Thank you. And my therapist is a theater, like she went to New York. So she was there for like 10 years.
No way.
And she does like theater, I don't know, drama therapy or something like that. I know.
Okay, and this is something that I'm curious about because I have a thing about actors.
Yeah.
Where I said, like, as I worked in film, it was always on set, like working for the producers, writers. I never thought about in front of camera stuff. It just like wasn't it wasn't a thought. But for me, it was like in the back. Like I'm not good enough for that. I could never do it. No, and going to the acting intensives, like it gets me really excited. But then I see you guys so passionate about the craft, and I just see what it takes. And I also am so in awe and terrified of this idea that it's work with identity. You pick up and put down emotions, and it was Alex O'Loughlin, were you there for his day? And he was saying, like, this is all like real life, but in imaginary circumstances, which it explains so much to me that to act is to be authentic, but to be in a fake moment, and to have to pick up and put away authentic feelings is something that I don't know that I could ever do and stay sane, because I try to put down and pick up emotions in my regular day, and I'm not sane in regular day.
Come on.
So I give you guys so much credit, but I also see how thin a line it is to walk, and for it to be a career to pursue and be in all of the time. I don't know that I trust myself enough. I had a thing where I said I will never date an actor because of that reason. Like, I don't know. It's too much of a play on identity. And I feel like that's the number one thing that like the enemy really comes to attack in spiritual battle is identity.
Yeah, who you are.
Exactly. So I'm in awe of all of that, but I get very excited at like, I'm still at a point where I'm like, I don't know if I could do it or if that's for me.
No, yeah. That was something that one of my acting teachers, he said, is like, the one thing that you're going to have to do as an actor, like the thing that's going to make you a better actor is to meditate. Is to meditate.
Wow.
Because you can't do this work unless you know yourself, unless you have a grounded place and a grounded sense of who you are. Because I'm going through that too, is like, acting is difficult. Acting is hard.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not, clocked. And it's fun and it's great and it's exciting, but it is work. And I didn't really know that until going to school and like
intangible work, which people don't clock. They don't
emotional.
Yeah.
It's emotional work. And when you're on set and you have to be sad 1 second and then, you're good now. Right. I have to like cry and think that someone passed away and then good now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's very fascinating for me. I like with one of our friends, Alex Tarrant. Yes. He said he enjoys acting, but his what he really enjoys is people.
Yeah.
And that I feel like I'm very similar. It's like I just love people.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I feel like you'd be good, is because we're just present and in tune with people and where we are. So like that's what gives us abilities to
and helps you connect.
So
much of the acting I've noticed is connecting with yourself and then with the dialogue and then with who's in front of you and then, externally third screen with an audience. I love Alex and Lucy. They're so great.
They're the best.
And Lucy hates when I say like acting is dangerous. Like I will never date an actor. And she's like, you're so much drama. And I'm like, no, but really, because they're the first ones I've met that are like normal.
Yeah.
Like in an intimate way. Like I don't have a lot of actor friends until recently, but I'm just like, it's
to be a good actor, you got to be grounded. I know some of my classmates like from New York, the best ones, really, they're just like so there. Like I just like feel them on the floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not everybody's like that. I'm definitely in the air. You know what I mean? I'm a Virgo, so I'm an earth sign. I'm on the floor. I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
Sometimes, right? Like I mean, I have that base, but yeah, you got to be right there.
I kind of think of you, like when you say that, the first thing that comes to mind is like a hot air balloon.
Thank you.
Like you're the foundation, everything holding everything together is on the ground. It's solid and it's there. But what we all like, what touches everybody is the big balloon. So like you are air and you are there, but like you have this grounding basket that keeps you doing what this is all doing. Then they like connect. You can't have one without the other.
Thank you for
saying that. Or else it's a boring basket on the ground, or it's like a flying like balloon that never comes back down.
I'm everything.
You're everything. No, but the first time I saw you act, because I've gotten to be in intimate class, which is a treat to be allowed to be in this like a safe place, and I've learned so much about what that really means to like feel safe.
Yeah,
it's not just I'm a listener. It's like true emotional exposure. And I saw you. I was watching you, and it was electric. It was like, who is this girl? Like, this is so impressive. And you just clock people who you're like, she's gonna be it. She's gonna be something.
Thank you.
And then now you're on the first primetime television like show about Hawaii, really about Hawaii.
Yeah.
I want to know about your audition,
okay.
like the process. Like, how did that go? How long was it? Callbacks? Like,
yes.
Did you know what the project was?
I didn't really. I did actually, because the show was
Kaenui
Road.
Were you on that one?
I auditioned for that one.
Okay.
So I auditioned for that one in like 2022, something like that, I think. I got a call back, but it was on Zoom. I think that was my first time getting a callback for something. And this was my first time getting a callback that was in person. That was crazy. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Okay.
Okay, so I auditioned for that. So I knew Matt and John. Like I had met them over screen.
Yeah.
And so when I got this, I knew that it was the same thing, but different and rewritten, whatever. And I auditioned for Hina and Ocean. I'm Ocean.
Yeah.
And I wanted Hina just because it was a bigger role.
Yeah.
But they were definitely going for older people. So I got it in November, I want to say. I did my self-tapes before Thanksgiving. And then I heard that I got a call back. And it was in December, early-ish December. And then that day, I was listening to Ariana Grande. That day before then, I already knew that this was mine. But when I got the call back, I was like, okay, got it.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my role.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is for me. Like, this was made for me. I'm here. I stayed home because of this. Like you were saying, when you went to Washington instead of New York, you know, like things happen for a reason. Like, I truly believe that. That's like everything that surrounds me. Everything happens for a reason. And so I'm getting ready. I'm listening to like Ariana Grande, POV, you know what I mean? Just like getting my life up. And then I have a video on my Instagram where I'm like, I can't wait to meet my producers, meet my writers, meet my directors. Like I'm just here. My agent calls me. I'm in the parking lot and she tells me she laughs at this story because I called her and I was like, this is my role. I'm so excited to meet. And she was like, okay, girl, like, get it.
Work, yeah.
Because she's calling everybody, right?
Yeah.
That she's like all of my friends that are auditioning for this role.
Yeah.
She's calling everybody, doing the same thing. Also, I want to give her a shout out because Aubrey, ALA, Hawaii, one of my agent here in Hawaii, she makes everybody feel that is one of her clients that she is the only working for them. I honestly believe that she's only working for me. And like that is the relationship that I want to have with all of the people that I make in my team. But so I go in, I hug everybody. I tell stories like this.
Yeah.
I'm pointing every which way.
Me too.
Follow or don't.
Follow or don't.
Like you can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, here. I'm here.
Okay, yeah.
So
we're landing.
here we go. I go in. I'm sitting down. I'm like meditating in the car. I'm here. I'm listening to Beyonce, Brown Skin Girl. That's my hype song. I'm like, brown skin girl, your skin just like pearls. Me. Na, 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 na. I wouldn't turn to friend anybody else. Say,
Wow,
we're
sickening.
so good.
Should I be in Rent too?
I agree.
Baba.
Mimi. And then I go in, I hug John. He definitely was not, he did not think that I was giving him a hug, but I gave him a hug. I gave Matt a hug. And I said, I don't know if you guys remember me, and he was like, oh, we remember you. But before I went in, I was talking to the casting director. And when you're talking about like that vulnerability, that was difficult for me. And I asked her about that. And she was just like, well, to be an actor is to be vulnerable. I was like, clocked.
Yeah.
You're right. I got this. And then I did the audition. And then I got called on December 22nd, I want to say, that I was 90% in. Because in the industry, like you have to be yesed by so many people, right? And especially if you're a bigger character. Like I didn't have as many yeses that I had to go through that like, or, you know, background checks, I want to say. But I was yesed by everybody but the network, I believe, at this point, or the highest level. And so I was like, okay, here we go. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm getting my nails done when my agent calls me. That she's like, so are you sitting? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, you got it. And I was like, oh my goodness. And yeah, but like I was saying earlier, it's just, I knew that it was mine. I had no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Simple.
That's fabulous.
Thank you.
I've had one situation where I was like, I know this is mine.
Right.
But I also didn't let myself go there yet.
Right.
You know,
No,
you're just kind of like, no, but this is all, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like this is for me.
That I'm similar, but thankfully I have my mom who is just like, no, that's yours. Like
Yeah.
she's that person where she knows, right? And is like, no matter what, because you have that like gut feeling, like you don't want to go too far, because what if you don't want to set yourself up for failure?
And you don't want to seem like a jackass,
right?
No, you make me think so much about like as we're talking about identity, I feel like it's something to be so grounded. You know, I feel grounded. I feel like I know myself. And then there's a side of me I've been unpacking with my therapist
I'm
recently.
excited for you.
She's like, Star, you're so confident.
Right.
And then there's a side of you where something happens and you completely spiral.
Go back. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know, you're so right, because I enter every room and I'm like, I am Star.
I'm
like,
here.
Welcome.
You're high.
Welcome to my welcome
to my show.
Yeah, welcome to my show. Even before I had one.
Exactly.
I'm like, this is my land. Welcome.
I love that.
But then on the other side, I almost don't let my other foot step next to the first one because I don't want to be that person that's too cocky. I don't want to step that line.
1000%. I feel that.
But as you're talking, I'm realizing that identity is not something that you achieve one day. I think that we have to just accept where we're at right now. That today, right now, at whatever PM it is, this is the version of Star that is me, and I'm going to step completely in faith and confidence that this is my identity. To be grounded in today's knowledge and leave room tomorrow for new information to come. Because I'm always afraid of being ignorant, right? Because and learning, I'm open to learn from my mistakes.
Me
and
too.
I know I don't know everything today, but that fact gives me hesitation.
Yeah.
You know, to be
Me
like, this
too.
is me. But you're encouraging even me right now to be like, you know what? Today, I am her. I'm her right now, and I'll be her tomorrow.
You're
and it might be
perfect
different.
as you are right now. Every single second that you do, every single second that you are, you're perfect.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
And, like, this is like, yeah, just like to be loved by the Lord for me is, I am learning how to accept God's love. Because
Fully.
because we experience, I think, our version of Keakua from our earthly parents.
Yeah.
And that'll never be correct because it's not as pure and all-encompassing. Like, it's so great, but at the end of the day, it's human love. But, like, really God's love that transcends all things. Like, I'm learning how to really accept that and be chosen, to really finally feel like, okay, God chose me. And that has been a struggle for me, because I realize, I don't accept love in relationship. I don't really, I think maybe not even sure of self-love.
Yeah.
Because I need to learn how to receive. So it's been a huge season. So you're giving me life right now.
I'm here for you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm here for you. I think that's a big thing. Like, yeah, all of this love that you can feel from outside of yourself, but really it comes from inside.
Yep.
And like fully accepting who you are, fully loving yourself, then you can receive from others. Because nothing is going to matter until you are there for yourself.
Yeah.
That's something for me too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about set.
Okay.
You and Keikoa are the only ones that are from here, right?
Zoe's from here. She went to
that's
Midpack.
right. That's right. Okay. Sorry.
Sorry. Let me.
Yeah.
But yeah, us three.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
How is the dynamic? Do you notice, like, because the show is about Hawaii, right? Like something that's very niche Hawaii. Niche. Yeah. Niche. Yeah.
People say it differently. I don't know. I like niche.
Yeah.
Right. I think it sounds classy.
Something that is so niche Hawaii as a surfer. You know, like not everybody's exposed to that.
Definitely not. North Shore too.
Oh yeah, like that's major. High, big waves, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I almost went high water.
Right.
No. J-Lo. My producer came right over here and I was like, what? Okay. Distracted.
Come on.
Squirrel.
Right.
Do you notice that there was a gap or like a deficit in, I don't know how to say, like the vibes or like what you were doing, or it was just all in, everybody was on the same page?
Yeah. Everyone was on the same page. Because Matt and John are they care so much about this project especially, and everybody on the team cares so much about this and put all of their aloha into it, that just radiated the entire time. And being on set, even if I was tired, even if I was sad, feeling some type of way, it brings you back to life. And I think it's such a unique experience, especially being here in Hawaii and filming here and having crew that are from here, because this is something that they get to do and that they love, and that's just who they are. You know what I mean? Everyone's excited to be there. And so, yeah, being on set was just the most amazing thing.
Is this your first time as a series regular?
So I'm not a series regular.
Oh, okay.
I'm a recurring role.
Oh, okay.
So, but this is my first time having a role that is growing. My first time having a role that's not just a day player.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been a day player on Magnum PI and then Doogie Kame Aloha. Those are my little steps to fame. Hi.
Yeah. Hi, IMGG.
I'm ready for you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I love how you're like, yes, please ask.
Yes, I'm ready for you.
I feel like if one day pigs fly and I act, I become an actress, right? And I go to my first day on set, I would be pooping my pants. Like,
No.
I'd be mortified and terrified.
Absolutely. So scared, so nervous.
You've been like,
please. The first time, please. My first scene on Rescue was like me riding my bike. So like that was like, I was like, okay, I'm chill, I'm cool, I'm whatever. But my first scene in the second episode, I'm having this like super deep conversation with my dad. And I'm talking about my cousin passing away. Like it's a very emotional scene. And John Wells is my director. Please talk about it. Like John Wells is behind the camera.
John.
Like,
John.
hi John, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And hi John, I'm waving to John. Hi Matt.
Yeah.
Hi everybody.
Hi everybody. I'm star author. No.
Hi, I'm Kaena Watson and I'll be auditioning for the role of the best thing you've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, slate it.
So John Wells is in the back of the camera telling me what to do. I am in my head. I'm not playing tennis with this scene right now because this is not something that you're supposed to do as an actor, but I'm playing it the way I rehearsed it, right? I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting what I planned go to really be there. So he's like directing me, right? Which is just absolutely insane. Let me tell you. Because John Wells is John Wells.
Right.
I'm sitting there with the guy who plays my dad, Robbie Mangasiva. He's the most amazing guy ever. He's so talented. And I was just so nervous. But being in a space that is so loving, that is so uplifting, I'm so grateful for. Not everything is going to be like that, but I believe that everything is going to be like that personally because I'm like that.
Yeah.
And so like when you're talking about like that environment building, I can create any space I want to, anywhere I go. So
how do you get out of your head as an actor?
Meditation.
But what if you're on set? Like in the moment, John is directing you, you're not getting it, he's trying to push you forward. How do you just snap in?
It's difficult. Everyone has their own process. And I'm learning my process now, which I'm super grateful for, being here in Hawaii and like doing these short films that I'm in, theater, like doing these auditions, because that's when you figure out how you are as an actor, all about your process. What I did that time, he was very helpful saying, okay, so what you can do as an actor is just get out of your head is to do something totally different, right? Like if you're doing a scene and it's kind of lagging, do it the quickest you've ever done. Don't think about anything, just say the lines. Let the lines guide you. Just throwing it out, honestly, like getting out of your head. But there's so many different ways. I like to run around in a circle. I like to
into
run.
your body.
Yeah, I like to get into my body. I'd say, huh,
yeah.
right?
That's very Tina. You watch Bob's Burgers?
Oh, say that.
I am Tina.
Turner.
Both.
Even. Yeah, there's different ways to get back. For me, getting back into my body. Because I can get in up,
in
right?
The
in the worlds, in the sky. And so coming back and drinking water, eating always helps spiritually.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Yeah. But that time, John was, I just did it different. He was like, do it this way. Like, act as if you don't care. Act now that you do. And then, boom, we find the middle. So I was just doing something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like good directors can really get you there, navigate you there too.
Yeah. And if you're willing to as an actor. Yeah.
Wow.
That was crazy.
I'm so excited. I can't believe you're sitting in that chair.
I was so nervous for when that came out. We got to watch it before everybody got to watch it. And I was so nervous because I was like, I did so many takes. Let me
Like which one did you choose? Yeah.
On a little secret, I did that scene probably 7 times.
Is that the one in the first episode?
Second.
Okay.
When I'm sitting. Yeah. Girl, you don't get 7 takes.
Yeah.
On a scene.
Yeah.
You get like 2, 3, sometimes 4.
But I feel like that really speaks to their desire to make it excellent work, because you're not just settling for the day and the time. You're like, we're doing this and we're going to do it so good, especially after it got cut and then revived. I know I'm brand new to this kind of thing and I know it happens all the time.
She's here.
But in Hawaii, I feel like that doesn't, in my lifetime, I haven't seen it get cut and revived, any show.
Yeah, like the people behind the show are aloha filled. Right? Like Matt Kester, his whole ohana, his whole family.
Ulu man.
I love them. I love Ulu man. What is he?
Ulu. So for the I Can podcast, he was on and we were talking and he like makes everything out of ulu.
Wait, I love that.
Yeah, he's like
ulu chips are my favorite.
Yeah, right? No, he makes all kinds of ulu stuff.
Yeah, I love that.
I was like, I love ulus too. And he was like, really? And I go, well, like it's my logo. Like I love the ulu print. And he was like, oh, no, I cook it. I was like, sorry, Matt.
Bring him on.
I know. Matt,
we're ready for you.
We're ready. That would be iconic.
But yeah, I definitely agree. Everybody always talks about it. This show and this the environment that was made for everybody there.
Yeah, talk about set dynamic.
Fun.
Because I'm sure you've been on, well, actually, I know you've been on a set that is not
cute,
giving. It's not pono. It's not good energy. Well, you might have been in a good energy space, right. But some shows, I think, have really weird energy.
Right, yeah. Especially as an actor, I think you have to really tune in. I found that my character anyway, she's a very moody teenage girl, right? And that's not really where I'm at in my life. I'm not in that like stage. So tapping into that and then stepping out, like I was saying, and being in this sunshine-filled room, it's like hard to stay in. So for an actor, you really have to just tune in and block everything out and knowing what you need. I think actors get a bad rap sometimes, right? It can like be a diva, but I think you can know what you need and be aloha. And yeah, I've definitely seen that. I love being around people who are great at their craft. And so I love everything film, right? I enjoy the behind the scenes. I enjoy like the makeup, the hair, like the costumes, love clothes. Thank you.
Thank you. You're an icon diva. I tried to dress my best because I knew you were on and I was like, I have to look
I texted you and I said, so what? Dressing to the nines or...
Oh my God.
I didn't get a text back.
I know. I was like, wait, I don't remember reading that. When did you text me that today?
Earlier. 11:11 actually.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Isn't it amazing? No, but it's fine. Yeah. Because I just know that you're dressed to the to the gods.
Oh my God.
So I was like, I'm showing up.
Yeah, you look fabulous.
Thank you. I don't know. I was on a short film recently that as students, it's a student short film, NYU, SAG, which is great. Comes out, I think, in January, maybe.
Wait, it was a student film, SAG?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, you can do that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because you need like a bunch of stuff, so you get paid.
Oh, slay.
Yeah. Talk about it.
I'm using that now. I'm like, jail.
J-Lo.
Yeah. J-Lo.
So the set is a little bit more chaotic because when you're on a set that is network television, right? You have different standards now of like what you are given or what is available to you. So when you switch back, not switch back, but like when you go to some place that we're working. I'm 21. I'm going to be working on these sets for a while.
More scrappy,
right? Yeah. And like I love it. I love to do what I can do to help, but also I can't. Right? Like I want to help. That's just how we are, especially as Hawaiians, like in this community. It's like whatever I can give. Like here, I'm open to help. But you can't.
Yeah.
Because you have to do your own work. Again, like that's being selfish of you because you're not showing up as your full self. So I had to like put headphones in. You have to make it. You have to create it. Yeah. It's all about creating space, girl.
Wow.
All about creating your own space. Anything you go into, anywhere you go, create it. You can create your own reality.
No, you so can. You so can. And so many people, see, I've only ever like really investigated this as a survival tactic, you know, and a healing tactic.
1000%.
Not as an avenue for my creativity, which is what I'm like, I know I can do this and I've done it and I barely survived.
Right.
And that's what gives me hesitation to think if I could do it in a creative way. Like, but that is an access point of creating your own world. Like I had to make a decision that I was going to heal.
Totally.
You do as much work as you can and then you have to decide, okay, I'm going to take this big jump. And I think if I ever tried acting, I'd have to make a decision like I'm not caring and I'm giving everything with no shame. And that part is still I'm so shamed. Like if I ever had to do
You
like
are not shame.
I know, but in acting land,
Yeah.
I think I would be shamed. Like even to think about doing like monologue in class.
Right.
Because I prepped one time.
Oh my God, I love that.
And I just do just to clarify, I wasn't in the class. Like I just do the admin work.
She was auditing.
Yeah, auditing. Yeah, I just was welcome to participate, but I my priority is to do admin work for ICANN because I've just always done background stuff. Yeah, we love it.
Star.
And because I really feel like my personal purpose here in Hawaii, really God revealed it to me, I think this year, is to have a meaningful impact on infrastructure of film industry in Hawaii.
I love that.
And so I'm thinking 10, 20, 30 years down the line, like ICANN is going to be a ginormous pillar of this.
Huge.
So I'm like, Angie, this is like your last hurrah like thing. This is my life's goal, you know? And I'm just so honored to be a part of it.
Me too.
Anyway, tangent.
Love it.
But in the acting class, I'm like looking at you guys and, you know, I used to do theater, improv, acting class, like, and I loved it. I just never thought that was something I could do.
We should make an improv group.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
We just had Bria Yamat and she takes improv classes.
She's the
like our
best.
Miss Hawaii USA.
Oh my God, I love that.
And yeah, she did that to like overcome her stage speaking stuff to like get better at it.
That's amazing.
So the arts are giving, they're serving us.
In every way, fund.
Yeah. Fun, money, please. Yeah. Hello. Where was I even going? What did I start by saying?
You're in acting class and you're doing this monologue, but like you have to make this choice.
And I was so mortified. And in that moment, I knew I was not in a place where I could decide I'm letting everything go to do this.
Right.
And I think even maybe if I'd gone into the cohort as a student, but I think being in the back, being so in awe of the work that you guys do and feeling almost fraudulent.
You're not totally in it.
Yeah, because I'm not totally like here for the craft, you know, and I feel like I would just be throwing paint at the wall. But it works for some artists. They sell that for millions of dollars.
Yeah. I think you should just take that off of you because everything that you bring is like what you're supposed to bring.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be so invested in it because it's just something that you like to do. Who cares?
I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah, me too.
A recovering one, I like to say.
Thank you.
So I'm like I want everything to be so excellent.
Yeah.
But that is not growth and that's not real life.
Same. One part of my life, like when I was in the beginning stages of healing, was this idea of like, just do it. Just do it. Just be it. Because if you just put it out, you know, it's out. It's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you're in this like perfectionist, it has to be this, has to be that. It's never going to come out.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything. Felt. So we just have to do it.
What do you say? What did you say? I said I was going to say it all the time.
Oh, what?
Say like just give it. No, you said something. You've been saying something all night, and I was like, I'm going to say that.
You're so correct.
What was it?
I don't remember.
Anyway, I ruined that moment, but because I would have said it back to you in that moment because I was like, yeah,
I know I have been saying something a lot.
What is
recently?
It? Yeah, say it louder.
in this
yeah
situation, and I haven't really been saying that, but it just is coming to me right now.
No, and it's for me, and I was like, I'm going to use that now.
I agree.
Yeah,
it'll come again.
It'll come again.
Next.
No, I'm just in awe of the way that you do that. I'm so excited. Okay, dating men or women. I don't know what. Yeah, yeah. Slay.
And
yeah. Okay. Boom. Okay, talk to me about. Are you being a dater?
So, right now, I'm saying that I'm in this like flirtatious era of my life. Because I also think that's like a huge part of who we are as women, one. And just like embracing your sensuality and sexuality and everything in between. And also, I've been talking about this recently, because I heard it. The art of flirting has died. Where is it?
Where
is it?
Yeah.
No, I don't want your number. No, can we just talk and have a good conversation?
Yeah.
Where's the intellect? Where's the wit?
To have no end goal, to just be present and to be like, we're engaging in this. And then the decision of if it goes more is for after the conversation.
Yes, just to experience, to live life, have conversation. I love that.
Yeah.
But I have been dating, not recently.
Okay.
Because, please, just went through a situation where, and I believe that I go through experiences for a reason. And like everything that I take in, like that's supposed to be for me, and like it helped me get through something or learn something. But yeah, girl, damn. Sometimes I'm just like, woo, life experience.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like I was like, whoa, the last situation that I was in, I was like, whoa, this is what life experience is like, huh? Like to feel this like heartbreak. But not at the same time, because we weren't even together, really. That's the worst, when it's not even, you're not dating, but you're together and then it just ends abruptly, right? I don't really have much.
Wait, that's exactly just what happened to me.
Really?
Yeah, in the last like 3 months.
Okay, same.
Okay, so
how are you dealing?
I'm good now.
Me too. I'm good now.
Because it was like, especially when it happened,
but it was like intense. Was it intense?
So intense.
It was so intense. For what? Like
no, for what?
No, and came out of nowhere.
Nowhere, and then instantly 2 weeks in, I'm like, we're
like,
getting married. I'm in love. I love you. And I'm learning. I just said this the other day. I'm learning that like the quick pace is a red flag.
It is.
But I'm delusional. I'm just like,
me
no,
too.
but
why wouldn't you be in love with me?
When it's right, it's supposed to happen like this. Mary, no. Reds. So yeah, that was so yeah.
Oh my God, I love that we had that experience.
No, exactly. And I'll tell you after, because you know who this person is.
Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah.
You don't know who this person is. You don't want to know.
Oh,
you probably know who this person is. Please.
No, I don't know anybody.
I don't really like to date here.
Yeah.
No. Because
but you are in Vegas a lot. LA, New
York.
But
I'm not dating in Vegas.
Okay. Apologies.
Who's in Vegas? Who's in Vegas for me?
The pimps, the hustlers.
Catch me on the strip. Catch me on that strip, baby.
Boom. Yeah. Oh, Cirque du Soleil, Blue Man Group.
Honest,
is over
I'd be so good in Cirque du Soleil.
Oh my gosh.
I can do it.
We're starting one here.
I know. My friend Kaleo's in it. Talk about it.
I didn't know.
I think I've been saying talk about it.
Talk about it. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're writing it down.
Locked in.
Yeah. So I was in a relationship recently, and I just shouldn't have been in that relationship. I know now that I wanted companionship.
Yeah.
And it was great for what it was. Learned a lot. Being in relationships are a great reflection of how you are doing, or just like where you are in your journey, because you're reflected that right away. And so we just weren't on the same frequency. We didn't live on the same frequency.
Same.
Right. And so then soon after, I met this person and I was like, oh, frequency aligned. Boom. I was like, live it, love it. And then, yeah. It was.
So you're actively seeing this person?
No.
Oh,
it's cut.
Okay. I was like, oh, wait, we're transitioning. Okay.
No. The person that gained life experience from. Because I felt so much, and I felt as though it was cut short. But I knew, though, when he like tried to come back, because they always come back. And talk about it. That it wasn't supposed to continue. I was like, no, it's not supposed to continue. It was what it was, and it's going to stay there.
Yeah.
But I wrote a lot of poetry about it. Wrote a lot of like spoken words. But it was interesting to me because I couldn't really finish anything.
Yeah.
Like I was writing, but I couldn't finish it. And I was like annoyed.
That's the hardest part for me in poetry is finishing.
Me too.
Story writing, like it just, when you dig so deep to write authentic, vulnerable poetry, I think it's impossible to end. All of the things that I've written for Miss Hawaii, the ending was fudged because I had to.
Right.
You just end it with this like I'm okay
a
now
bam.
stamp.
Right.
Yeah. And the truth is, I never really wanted to put out poetry that felt like, and it's a good story.
Right.
But I did, because that's what you do, and it's the whole arc of it. But I don't know, when you're really in it, it's just too good to close.
Because it's real life.
Yeah.
Like, we're not ending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love that.
Have you ever thought about running for Miss Hawaii?
Okay. Like, people have been telling me that, like, a lot. My friends, Malu, has been in pageants forever. I think I would eat it up. I'm gonna be honest. But it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like commitment.
Do you know which
money.
one you would run in?
I
Or both?
both. Imagine.
Yeah.
Queen. Oh.
Talk about it.
I'm here. I have always been surrounded by like the USA, but I would want to be your sister, so I would do America.
We're all sisters. We're all sisters.
Like, I would want to do, I don't know, any. I don't know. I thought about it once. I don't like to lose.
Talk about it.
So I wouldn't want to do it if I lost.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But it's like a thing, you know what I mean? And just to do it and to let go of like maybe quote unquote judgment of it or being seen as trying to
I
do
was
something.
the biggest judger of pageants when I started.
Honest?
I was like, this is like, you guys are dumb and this is stupid.
Right.
But I found an amazing group of women who were going after the things. Similar to how I feel about people in ICANN. You're surrounded by people who are doers. And then each of us are actively trying to find the best version of ourselves by attacking each of these categories, right? Question and answer. You really have to identify who you are, what you believe in, and how you want to make an impact. Walking on stage, it's about confidence. It's about being in your body actively and getting out of your head. You're not overthinking. And that's like the authentic piece, right? So it's like all of this stuff that is real good life lessons. I learned so much life lessons from pageants. I learned so much life lessons in the acting ICANN classes because it's all applicable to life.
Yeah.
And when you're people who love people, I think it's a disservice not to just go and experience life. You know?
You're right. Also, I've been seeing this around recently. It's like when you're in your 20s, you can literally do whatever you want. You can have like 10 careers, 5 to 10 to 15 to 20.
Period.
Because who's stopping you? Nobody.
Not the Lord.
Not
God said
Lord.
go. God said go.
And I think I'm really stepping into that now. It's like I can do actually whatever I want.
Yeah, period. I'm being such a fidgeter.
It's okay, me too. Are you comfy?
Yeah.
Cozy?
I'm just like a fidgeter. I'm like, my chiropractor told me that I have the body of a 55-year-old retired athlete.
Do you always cross your legs?
Yeah.
Me too. It's the worst. It's terrible.
It's really bad. And now that I'm like at a desk all day,
your hips.
Yeah, my hips are really tight and really bad.
Same.
But I was in church the other day and somebody said, God can't direct a parked car. You know, in terms of back to our 20s and doing the things. Like, you got to be moving and chasing things to find what it is. I always get paralyzed by things.
Me too.
The idea of it. So I don't go. But once I started moving, okay, sure, this is not right where I started. But you find your way.
One step at a time.
One step at a time.
Same.
You know, I was going to go to law school too.
Yeah, were you? I think we're very similar. Did you know?
Me too. No, I've been knowing.
Oh, been you too.
Yeah. Like, iconically, in the same second we locked eyes, I was like, connection. Wow. That means maybe I should try to act one time.
I think so too. I also
I don't think I could ever like knock it out of the park like you knock it. But I don't think that that's important.
Right.
You just try. You just do.
Someone told me today because my friend Kiki, she was saying because she's editing videos right now and like I want to do that. I want to talk. I want to like have podcasts, whatever. And she was talking about editing and I was like, editing scares me sometimes though, right? Because I'm like making my own stuff. And she's like, well, it doesn't have to be amazing. I was like, you're right. It doesn't. Like actually think about that. If you tell yourself it doesn't have to be amazing, you just do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be.
And you're so right. Because so much of the stuff out there is not amazing.
Right.
It's like, I could do that.
Like I could do it. But that helped me today. Or like thinking about that because then you can just put it out.
Yeah.
Like we were saying this whole time.
You're giving me confidence. You're giving me like
Just do it energy.
Just do it energy.
That's great.
Wow.
I want it. I have it.
You want it, you have it. Amen.
You want it, you got it. What is that song?
Ariana Grande, Seven Rings.
Thank you.
Okay, so what are you like really obsessed with right now?
Myself. Clip.
Yeah. Boom. Boom. That was the soundbite of the century. It's the first one going out. Oh my gosh. Wow.
I'm obsessed with creation and I'm obsessed with community right now. Truly. I am so excited about the communities that I'm in right now and that I want to build and that I'm actively building. I'm obsessed with friendship and cultivating a community of people that lift me up and that I can rely on and count on, because I've seen that my whole life with my mom's friends and I've always wanted that. And I never really had that. And I feel like now I'm really stepping into the people that are supposed to be in my life that I like absolutely adore. And I think I just like grown up and matured, obviously. And so like seeing those people and not having this like the sense of comparison, you know what I mean? Especially with women, I think it's so easy to do that. But to find people that you're just like uplifting and just so excited for all the time, it makes me so joyful.
Yeah.
Like it literally like fills my cup, fills my soul.
Isn't it great? I never experienced that until pageants. Like a woman who's really rooting for you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them are not. And I have to be honest, I was not always a girl's girl.
Right.
I didn't really know what that meant and looked like. My mom was so awesome, but like she just did her own thing. She wasn't like, she had her friends, but they weren't like right next to her. She liked her space. And so I didn't really ever see that. And I was scared of women, like the cattiness. And I think I wanted the attention from boys and affirmation and affection.
1000%.
So I chased that and I catered to it. And then I found women who just like, there's nothing like it. I'm like such a girl's girl now.
I
I'm
love
like,
women.
Obsessed.
Yeah, like
it just
everything about them. Everything you do.
Everything you do.
Everything you do. I just recently went to this women leadership retreat. And it basically talks a lot about that, of like how we perceive ourselves and other women and like getting out of that. But that just made me think about like it being in ourself first too, like that love within. I had to learn that to decenter men, because just decenter being perceived, honest, here you go. Because you're supposed to be this like cute little girl.
Wait, did you just say decenter perception? Like decenter being perceived?
Well, no, but yes.
No, you just said that because that's kind of everything.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
I said I'm going to take that.
Yeah. Roll it back. I swear you said that.
Similar. But yeah, I would say, yeah, decentering being perceived by men. Yeah. Because you're supposed to be, quote unquote, this like palatable person that can be molded, or like, you know, you're just a cute little girl sitting there. I'm not. Like, please, I'm crazy. Like in the best way.
In the best way.
In the best way.
But that is such a game changer to decenter perception. Because how much of life do we honestly like consider how people are going to see us? I'm unwell.
Shaken. It's the best place to be. Let me tell you. Today, I was walking to class, and when you're in that space of like truly being where you are and like in your body, and you can look at somebody but not think about how they're looking at you. You know what I mean? Like you can experience. And I think it's hard today because when you're looking at somebody, you know, like why are you looking at somebody, right? But for me, it's like I just want to take in everything around me. So when I'm just like walking and like taking deep breaths, I know people are looking at me, but like, and like walking so slowly, walking with such intent of where I am. Oh my God, it's it feels like you're walking on air. And even when you're doing crazy stuff, the people that I met in college at Pace taught me this. Like the people that I was surrounded by, one of my great friends, her name is Katie, and a bunch of my friends, they just didn't care. They were just like crazy and like did whatever they wanted. And I was like, ooh.
Talk less about it.
Talk less.
Like, yeah.
That's been a thing recently for me because my voice has been like going, talking less. Wonderful.
Oh, literally.
It's wonderful. You just like see so much, but we're just talkers. Like we just like,
yeah.
I had someone tell me that I like to repeat things, right? Yeah. Because the way
see how I said that without talking?
Notice. Talk less.
Did I derail your whole thing? You were talking about your friends at Pace.
Oh.
How they're like doing their whole thing.
Yeah,
like,
no, I love that.
But
yeah, I don't remember what I was saying, but it's okay.
It's okay.
I love it.
Wow.
I'm also obsessed with you.
Shut up.
Talk about it.
No, you are the one. You are.
What are you obsessed with?
That girl. Oh, what am I obsessed with? Why don't I want to be like myself?
Say it.
No, I am obsessed with like finding my journey. You know, like ever since I ended it with the last one, or he ended it, we ended it. Yeah.
Logistics.
Are they important? They're not important when, yeah, they're not. But I went on this whole like journey. It was so intense and it was so not right in the end, but I learned so much. And I feel like it pivoted more my direction and it opened a door that I hadn't seen, and God went, go. Like, I need you to walk down this. And I've never felt so self-aware of where I am at currently. I've never felt so self-aware of where I'm at in terms of healing my childhood trauma. And so like I'm actively like for the first time ever, like I'm not really in a dating mode. Like
me neither.
Because I know that I don't have what I want to give to the person that I want to be with. And I'm still like being a dater and I'm being like whatever and I'm investigating and you heal on the road, right? You heal on the go. But I'm just obsessed right now with tuning into where the Lord wants me to be, like trying to stay in step because, you know, too often do I put things on my own shoulders and my own effort, but I don't believe that this is all because I made it. This was all handed to me and it's a responsibility for me, and actually just focusing on being a servant. Like the Bible says that the greatest among you will be servants. And I just feel like that's who I'm called to be. Before all of this, Miss Hawaii, host of Between You and Me podcast, friend, daughter, all the things, I'm called to be a servant of the Lord and to like instill hope and like tell people the good news about Jesus. And yeah, I'm a Jesus freak, but
I love it.
I'm just like, okay, how can I serve people? That's like for me, the grounding place.
Exactly.
And figuring out how to like enact that in my day. So that's where I'm at.
I love that.
That's what I'm obsessed with.
Everything about that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm obsessed with your journey.
I'm obsessed with your journey.
Thank you.
It's really cool to just watch, you know, other people who are chasing things. I don't know. I've never felt like I've had peers that like this.
Me neither.
It's so cool.
Isn't it amazing?
Yes.
Isn't it so inspiring?
Yes.
All the time.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody that I'm around, I'm inspired by. That's when I know I'm in the correct space. I'm like, oh my gosh. Every time I look, I'm like, ooh, ooh,
yeah.
ooh.
Someone told me a really long time ago that where you're supposed to be in life is the perfect intersection of your talent and your passion. And this podcast, I feel like, is finally where I live. It's talent and passion in one. And I come alive. We film on Thursdays. So on Thursdays, they're like my favorite day. I know, right? That's like
yes.
I love it. But Sundays used to be my favorite day because it was like always chill. Sunday afternoon, like a Sunday sun, like on the carpet, you know, it's like warm, toasty.
A reset.
But now Thursdays, because I feel like I get to be my best self. I get to put my outfit on. I get to like figure out how I'm going to do it. I get to learn and talk to people who inspire me. And it's just helping me practice keeping my feet, like being where my feet are. I just had Fide on and he had said that, like, be where your feet are. And it's like your friend said to you today. Just the simplest things that break down so many walls. And I think if we just slowed down and listened more and were present, we'd be like enlightened as Gandhi, you know?
All the time.
Well, I'm obsessed with you. You're so pretty. I'm like, look at you.
Thank you.
I'm obsessed with you. And I love your outfits.
Thank you.
Like all of your OTDs on TikTok.
I need to do more. This girl, she came up to me and was like, are you the girl that does like the Loleo collage? I was like, sometimes, yeah. And I was like, I haven't done those in a while. I just did like a styling video. I was like, oh, long time no see. But yeah, I want to do them more.
I love your bag of bangles.
Thank you.
I'm like, she's iconic. She like pulls out this bag and she's like,
which one should I wear today?
Yeah.
What color?
I love it. You've like given me hope for like savers and like thrifting.
Okay, but it's so expensive now.
No, it is. But Hawaii, I feel like it was never like the spot. You know, like
nah,
LA,
savers is where it's at.
You know, yeah.
Dang. The thrifting gods.
You're incredible.
I love being where my feet are. And hearing that over and over.
Yeah. Well, I love you so much. I'm so honored that you came on the pod. I'm so excited for your journey, your career. I'm just like, you're iconic.
Are we done?
No. Yes, yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
But before we really end, we do this thing where I'll have you look in your camera and you're going to say, I'm Kaena Watson, and between you and me, something.
I know. I watched the show.
Thank you.
Okay. Aloha. I'm Kaena Watson. And between you and me, just do it.
I love it. Oh my god.
Sponsor me, Nike.
Period. You know, she doesn't get royalties for that. The artist that did that swoosh.
The what?
The swish. The
She
Just Do It
doesn't?
swish. No, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Should be banking.
You should watch that Nike.
Documentary.
Yes.
Got
but it's
you.
like a dramatized one.
Was that good enough or what?
That was killer. You want to do another one?
I don't know.
Because we won't have to clip the other one. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I think it's cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was authentic.
I agree.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Or it could be and talk about it.
Ah! Okay.
Do one for the clip.
Do I say my name?
Yeah.
Okay. Aloha. My name is Kaena Watson, and between you and me, talk about it.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one.
I was on.
Bum. I love you so much.
I love you more.
No, impossible.
No, actually never.
Jail. Impossible.
Jail. Talk about it. Talk less. Star, thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so grateful. So grateful to know you and so grateful to be in your spaces and the spaces that you create and that you continue to live and love and speak in. You're the best. Always. It's yours. I'm here for you always. I'm in your life because you're in my life because.
I can't wait for us to be best friends forever.
I'm so happy that we're doing it now.
Our 30 years start now.
Oh my God.